Uh, that has helped me and helped others as well. So I hope you'll get some value and some good advice. Ida, can you please, can du stänga dörren? From this call. Let me share my screen. So yeah, I'm just going to go over a few things that I find really helpful and really important, guys. And I think if you master these, or if you can see like somewhere here where you're missing out, where you're not really doing it, that might be something that's holding you back. Okay, I should be spotlighted now. And can you guys see my screen? Can I just get a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Oh, and guys, can you please get some activity in the chat during this call? I thought about this before because I've been hosting like a lot of online presentations lately, and I've been thinking about like the guests, the prospects are more active in the chats on these presentations than the team during our calls lately. And we can't have that. We cannot have that. So let's make this a whole hangout and just like if you hear something that you find really helpful, put it in the chat because someone might have missed that specific thing. Just put it in the chat or whatever. Just be active in the chat. If I ask questions, please answer me so I don't have to speak to myself. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, let's get started, guys. Okay, so the first thing, and might actually be one of the most like important things, I think is the most important thing, honestly, because relationships, I know we say this all the time. I know leaders preach this all the time, but I do also see a lot of people go wrong here or missing out because they haven't built great relationships. And this is actually something I'm going to focus on this today because this is something I was struggling with in the beginning. I was really struggling with this because I didn't, my whole life, I haven't been a people person. And then you might ask yourself, like, why is she in network marketing? And I have asked myself the same thing when I first started, but this is something you can work on as well. And building relationships, like if you know how to do it and if you actually just like if you're here for the right reasons, if you're sharing this opportunity for the right reasons, if you have the right intentions with building this business, this won't be a problem because I have the right intentions. I love helping people. I love seeing people win. That's actually something that motivates me and keeps my energy high rather than my goals. Like I get so more hyped from seeing someone in my team being close to a rank, for example. That will get me like working like a crazy person. And if you have the right intentions and if you care about your people, it won't be a problem building relationships. You just need to know how and where to start. Because if you're shy, for example, just put a one in the chat if you're not naturally an outgoing person. I think it's called extrovert. If you're not naturally outgoing and just socially like I don't even know, like very comfortable with starting new conversation, talking to new people. I can see a lot of ones in the chat. Yeah, and this doesn't have to be a problem. You just need to be intentional with building your relationship. Archie, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay. So you see, this is literally something you can really win even though you're naturally shy. Oh, he's lying. Okay. Anyways, but I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a people person, and now I have great relationships in this business. So I'd say like one thing that's really, really important and where it actually starts, and that will make the whole thing easier, is the first 2 days. So once you have someone joining your team, the first 2 days are the most important. Like you need to show them that you care, show them that you're there for them, because otherwise they will be, after 48 hours, if they haven't made progress, which most people don't without any sort of help, they will feel overwhelmed and they might even start ghosting you even though they paid, or they might refund, and we don't want that. So the first 2 days are the most important ones. What I do is when someone starts, obviously I help them over the phone, and I schedule a call with them after 1 or 2 days, depending on what they prefer. 1 or 2 days after they start, I schedule a call. I do this when they sign up. So it's already in my calendar and in their calendar. Yeah. And on that call, I'll go over the whole welcome message or start guide, like we say, like we have in Sweden. But the welcome message, the first message, we will go over every step with them over the phone. Okay. And I think most of you guys do this. I hope so. This really, really helps and makes a difference. So I onboard them on this call, make sure that they have everything set up and that they have step by step on how to move forward. What are they going to focus on their first week, let's say? And I schedule another call, a second call with them after, let's say, 5 days or something to catch up, see if they found something difficult, if they got stuck on something, because some people will ask you 200 questions, like 55 questions every day. And it might be annoying, but it is helpful. I actually prefer that over guessing. But that's why I scheduled this call, because most people don't. Most people won't reach out to you. You have to be the one, well, reaching out to them basically. And by doing this, we have already spoken to this new person 3 times in 5 days or 7 days in a week. So you have had 3 phone calls, 3 conversations with someone, which is definitely gonna make them more comfortable, or the likeliness of them feeling comfortable reaching out to you or coming to you if they need anything is way bigger after having 3 conversations with them, because this shows them that you care, this shows them that you want them to win, and they will also know what to do because it's so much easier for them to ask the questions over the phone. Okay, are you with me? Does it make sense? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, this is not an active chat, guys. Okay, now I can see it. I can see it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so this obviously is the first thing. Just check-ins when they start as a customer. And some people might think this takes so long. This takes so much of your time, but the sign-up call is not long. The onboarding call takes me 5 minutes, maximum 10. And the second call takes me 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how far they've come, how many questions they have, and so on. So this is not a lot. This doesn't take a lot of time if you do it right and if you're effective in the way you do it. Okay. So you lead the call, but you let them ask the questions. Okay. Coaching, obviously, just always ask for updates. I always, I tell them so many times, like, please ask me questions, please spam my phone, call me whenever you need anything. And I also ask them to send screenshots of their results, even on demo, like their first days. I ask for screenshots of the results because I can see details that they might not notice or that they don't know that I see. So for example, when people send a screenshot of their history, I'll see if they actually let it go all the way to TP or SL or if they actually closed it themselves. So that way I can actually see how they're doing and if they're actually following the plan. Yeah. So updates, ask them for updates, make sure that you get them, otherwise call them if they're not sending it to you. Game plan, make sure that they know step by step what to focus on. Guys, this has made a huge difference to just give them, like in between all the calls, like if I know I'm going to talk to them in 5 days, I make sure that they have things to focus on each and every day and a goal with that. Okay. So I give them a game plan or make sure that they know what to focus on. And when we're going to catch up again, to make another game plan basically going forward. Yeah. And then obviously, if they reach out to you or if you check in with them and there's something they're struggling with. Let's say they do not understand the scanners, okay? They might get really overwhelmed. One-on-one sessions with them, just show them the scanner, show them how you use it, show them the basics, show them G4 Live where to find anything. Like if they're just generally confused, just do a quick little beginner basics with them one-on-one because that will make them feel so much more special, and that will also for sure make them understand everything more because they then have the one-on-one conversation with you. Okay, you still with me, guys? I see people are still joining this late. Lovely, guys. 15 minutes. Better late than never, I guess. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, and conversion. This is something I don't think a lot of people actually think that this is a relationship building step, like conversion. When you have an affiliate conversation with one of your customers, you get a deeper understanding of them in general. Because when you have this conversation, you will find out their why, you will find out their goal. Like, why did they start with this and what do they want to achieve? Just by knowing that, you have a deeper understanding of them, and already you've just had a more personal conversation with them. And if you then also share a little bit about your why, or why you started, or what you've been able to do, and that you can then actually help them get there because you've already done it, that's going to build a relationship. Okay. And by this time, this, like, the earlier you do this, the better. And I'm not saying like onboard them 24 hours later and then convert them, but the earlier you do this, be urgent with this. Like, do this quick, because even if they don't start building right away, or they don't want to be an affiliate right away, you have given them all the information. They know that you've given them all the information. They now have the option to build if they want to. And you have a deeper understanding of them as a person. And obviously, if they want to build a business, do it everything with them. Do every single step with them. So the affiliate launch, go through it all, answer their questions, make sure they know the comp plan, the VIP list, make the calls with them, everything. Just do everything with them, because that is bonding time, guys, and that will build relationships. And the more time you spend with them, the more special they will feel, and the more likely they are to actually take this serious. Like, I think we can all agree on that it's way more fun to do this with someone, and it's way more fun to ask someone for advice if you actually think that they care about you. Can we agree on that? Because I'm pretty sure that's the case for most people. So make sure that you show your people, like everyone in your team, that you care about them. Or obviously, if you're really new, if you just have a few people in your team and you're still like, I'd say, if you're still an executive or 700, maybe use your upline and do all of this with your upline and the person, obviously, to not have any confusions. But yeah, accountability, obviously, keep people accountable. This is mostly for when they build a business, but also if they just want to stay customers, make sure to always like give them game plans, check up on them. You want to know their goals, and they want to have clear goals and clarity, so they know where they are going. You want to know the progress of the team, and if you always check in and make sure you know it, this will also build relationships, and you can from there then go further, if that makes sense. But yeah, just show support, follow up with everyone, and take your time to actually care about the people that you bring into this business, because you shouldn't just sign people up and then expect them to just make it with no support at all. Do you get what I mean? Like, we need to have conversations with them, and we want to have as many as possible, as early as possible, to actually build that relationship before they're overwhelmed or get lazy, basically. Okay, we move on. Urgency. I was speaking to Sammy about this today. Urgency. I think we need to have a whole training about this, and I'm sure she will be a servant leader and do so for us maybe next week. But I'm just gonna go quickly into this. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. But one thing with urgency is you need to ask yourself why you're waiting. Because, how can I say this? We're 44 people on this call. I'd say 40 of us could act with more urgency. There's probably like 4 of us on this call that is always acting, or most of the time acting with urgency. Most people don't, including myself. So I'm not just coming for you, but we can usually do more and act quicker. And we need to ask ourselves, why are we waiting? Like, why are we not starting this now? Why are we not solving this problem now? Why are we not showing up to, like, this time? Like, why are we not coming to this meetup or this day in the office or whatever it might be? Like, why are we not doing it now? Why are we waiting? Or why are we saying next time or next week or tomorrow? Why are we doing that? Is it lack of clarity or or excuses? Because most of the time it's excuses. It's not actually lack of clarity or lack of information. We usually have the information, it's just excuses. And I had this conversation with a girl in my team the other day, I'm not gonna mention any names or out anyone, but it made me realize as well, like how often we see this and how often this happens. Let me just admit people into the call. But yeah, when you know why, if you know the why to your procrastinations, that is such a big word, to your procrastination, if you know your why to that, you can then weigh the importance of that why against the importance of your goals. Does that make sense? Like if you know why you're not acting with urgency or actually just doing what you're supposed to do, then you can see if whatever the reason for that is that more important than your actual goal? And then just compare them because that will make it more real to you. So I'm gonna give you some examples. For example, like why are you not posting? Like someone who isn't posting on social media, let's say. This was the conversation I was having. So why are you not posting on social media? You have the information, you have the tools, you have the guidance, you have everything you need to post on social media. You know what to do. Why are you not doing it? And the reason to it was because of uncomfortability. Excuse my English. Because she wasn't comfortable with it. It was uncomfortable posting on social media. Okay? So here you have other people's opinion because that is what makes us uncomfortable with posting on social media, obviously. So other people's opinion or the why, which is quitting your job. What's more important? That people like you, that people think you're cool, that people, I don't even know, or quitting your job. Because if you're not posting on social media, you're choosing, like you're prioritizing other people's opinions on you rather than actually working to quit your job. Do you get what I mean? Are you following? Does this make sense? I'm not sure if this makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I'm not sure if it makes sense when I'm saying it. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, perfect, perfect. Sometimes I get so into what I'm saying and I'm seeing it in my head, like in pictures, like I see it so vividly in my head. And then I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense, especially not in English, but yeah, good. And then another example as well, just to make it even more clear. Why, like, for example, someone isn't sticking to their trading plan. Um, they have a trading plan created for them, like specifically, like let's say I have people in my team that work very long shifts. Okay, so I tell them to focus on the scanners because time isn't an issue. Okay, do this, do that. They have everything. They know what, like every detail, what lot size to use, when to change it, what take profit to take, what, like everything is there. Okay, every single thing is there. They have everything they need. They have the trading plan, and we know for a fact that if they follow this, they will get the results. Okay, so why are they not doing it? Why are you not following this trading plan that you have that we created for you? Usually because they want quicker results. And then again, you're stressing the money making. Your greediness and stress is taking over. So you're prioritizing greediness and stress instead of paying off your loan or your mortgage or your debt or whatever it might be. Like you're choosing greediness. You're trying to make quick results, but instead you're losing money. If you're just following the plan, you would have already probably paid off your loan by now. Do you get what I mean? So if you know the why to your procrastinations, then you can weigh the importance of that why against the importance of your goals. Yeah? Okay, I hope that makes sense. I think so. Serve, another thing that's so important. And I know Josh sent this into some chat today, I think, something. I don't know which chat it was. Might have been the 700 or the 2K one. Anyways, um, serve your people, serve your team, serve your mentors, serve yourself. This is so important, guys. This is a people business. We need to help each other out. That is really, really important. And I'm gonna give you different like ways of doing it, but I've just separated the advice or the focus here. So obviously, what I'm gonna say first is to everyone, but mostly to anyone under Gold Executive, okay, let's just say, just because I don't want to create confusion on what's expected from you. If you're not a 1K, you're not expected to do these things. You shouldn't focus on that before you focus on yourself, okay? So obviously, let's say you just have like you have 5 customers, let's say. Someone here has 5 customers in their team. What you can do to serve is check in with your personals. The only thing you need to serve, basically. Check in with your personals. How are they doing? What I talked about on the first slide, basically. How are they doing? Do they need help? Are they I don't even know. You get what I mean. I went over all of this anyways. Check in with them and then update your mentor. So I'm gonna take Ida as an example. She has someone signing up. Yes, I will do the calls, like for example, me or Liana, we will do the call for her, like an onboarding call or live account setup call. We will do the calls for her, but what she can do and should do is set the calls up and make sure that the calls happen and make sure that she knows when the calls is needed. This isn't specifically about Ida, but I'm just saying. So take that into your own hands, making sure that you know what they need. But as soon as you know that, go straight to your mentor. Don't focus too much on that because you don't have to onboard them. You don't have to convert them. You shouldn't do this, okay? But check in with them and build relationships with them. Serve them in that way. Serve them with building a relationship between them and your mentor because the mentor can definitely help them. So that's you serving both your mentor and the downline, basically. Yeah. I'm just laughing at myself because I literally don't know if it makes sense. I feel like I'm just babbling. But yeah, moving on. Oh yeah, and very important, study what they do. Study what your mentor do. So once you actually connect them, your personal sign up and your mentor, whether it's an onboarding, let's say it's an onboarding, study how your mentor handles it because how are you otherwise ever going to be able to do it? So study what they do, take notes. Okay, take notes on what they do, how they speak, what they speak about, how long the call is, and so on. Yeah, keep the communication between. Yeah, that's basically what I went over. Yeah, okay. Moving on, gold executives and above. This is so important. If you're a 1K and above, serving is so important. It's so important, and if you're a 2K and above, it's even more important. It's half the job basically. Do trainings for your team. Do trainings on the things that you yourself have mastered. You do not have to be great or amazing or mastered every single part of this business. You don't have to know all the scanners. But if you know one scanner, which you should at this level, do trainings on that. Help your team master that as well. So when you master something, train your team. Okay? Also, something, if you really like once you hit 1K, you should aim to kind of start, don't overdo it, but kind of think of leadership. Start thinking about leadership and think or look at your team, look at your group chat, your community, or your upline's community together with yours. See if there is something missing. Do you maybe need another type of call? Do you maybe need more calls on a specific topic, or do you need more energy in the chat? Do you need what is missing from the team? What could make the team better? What could make the community better? And then go and fill that void. I don't know if that is correct English, but go and fill whatever is missing. Yeah? Is that correct English? Fill that void. Can someone let me know? Because if it is, that's really good English. Oh my God, I'm amazed. That's so good. Okay. I'm so proud actually. I'm gonna start using this sentence now. Almas is sitting next to me laughing. But yeah, don't wait for someone else to do it. Don't wait for your upline to do it. Don't wait for Josh to do it. Like if you see that something's missing, speak to the other leaders in your team and then make it happen. Change it. It doesn't matter if there is a 25K in your group chat. Like if you're 1K, you're allowed to do so too. It's your community too, yeah? And it will just make you grow anyways and make your team respect you more. And we want you to have influence. Yeah. make sure you know your team's progress. This goes for everyone, not just one case and above, but make sure you know your team's progress. And obviously make sure that you always guide them to the next level. You don't want people to just do good and keep doing good. Like you always want to take them to the next level, like as far as you can. Obviously, some people it's just they just want to do their like one trade a day and not speak to anyone. That's fine. But most people just need a little extra push and maybe just some more insight in where they can go from here. So that's your job to give them that so that they can level up and you just guide them or show the way, basically. And also something, where can you help your mentor? I didn't know how to form this sentence, so I just put, where can you help your mentor? Let's take let's see, we're gonna take Rio and Archie. Okay, so obviously Rio has his group chat, Archie is in his team, in his community chat as a 2K. What he then can do is, let's say he can see that Rio is making all the calls, he's doing all the calls for their community. I know that they're all helping, so this is not about that, just an example. But let's say Rio is doing 4 out of 5 calls a week. What Archie then can do for himself, but also for Rio, is to check himself, like where can he help? If Rio is doing 5 calls, maybe Archie can do 2 of them, because that is a win-win situation. He takes some workload off of Rio, but he also develops. This is how you grow, and this is also how you serve your team and serve your mentors. And your mentor is never going to ask you to serve you. I don't ever expect my team to serve me in any way. I want to serve them. I'm here to serve. Yeah. But I do know that it is appreciated. And it doesn't just have to be calls, but maybe let's say I can see that Sammy has been creating all the energy in our group chat for the past week. It shouldn't be the case because we're a lot of leaders in there. So I need to see this and start helping. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We move on to the next one. Stay a student. Obviously, this is so important. Again, something we say all the time. I just want to break it down. Just start with asking yourself, are you on every call? I actually had this thought today. When I do, this is okay. So, for example, now I have done probably like 4 business presentations for the last week and a half. So all the Swedish affiliates on this call, just check yourself. Have you been on all of them? Not because most people probably think I don't need to be on a GFU presentation for prospects because I already know how GFU works and I don't have a guest on. But you're not just on to learn about GFU. You're there to like you listen to learn, to study, and to then be able to teach it. So how am I able to do these business presentations? Because I've heard them 2 million times and practiced them. So I first heard them so many times. And then I studied them and how they were done, how they even like how do they form their sentence? How long do they speak on every slide? What's the energy like? How they dress? Everything. I studied that and then I am the one giving the information. So you should be on as many calls as possible because you will always learn something and you will always learn more than you think. Because some information you might just not know that you're learning from. That does not make sense. You're gonna learn things. How do I put this? Like me watching someone do a call, I'll learn more than the information that's given because I'm always a student. So I'll learn from like me listening to an English call. This might be like, yeah, best example I can come up with right now. Me listening to someone do English training and training in English, I will learn English words without knowing. I will perfect my English from being on all of these calls. That's how I can speak English fluently. I couldn't a few years ago. It's because I've just listened so much and I've studied it, and now I can teach in it. Yeah. Um, okay, so yeah, just make sure you're on all the calls. Like, don't miss out. Don't think you're too good for it. Don't think um you've come too far or you can't see the purpose. Always look for something to learn from every single call and every single person, okay? Mentorship, are you actually using your mentor and are you actually initiating the contact with your mentor? Or are you waiting for them to come to you? Are you waiting for them to come and serve you? Or are you actually asking them or telling them what you need? Because this is so important. And as the higher, let's just say the higher rank your mentor has, the more people they have to serve. So the less time they will have for like each and every one. But that's why you should go to them. Go to your mentor, ask for advice, but then also do something with the advice, please. But use your mentor and make sure that you show your mentor that you want their time. You want them to invest their time and energy into you because it makes it so much easier on your mentor as well. And that will give you so much clarity because you now have an ongoing conversation, an ongoing mentorship. And like, it's one thing to have a mentor, but are you actually using the mentor? Yeah. Make sure you use your mentors because we're here to help. And I'm sure a lot of you would get a lot more time from your upline, your mentors, your leaders, if you actually went to them and initiated that contact. And not just your own mentor, like not just your own upline, like your mentor. It can be whatever, whoever you can learn from. Use them, ask questions, study them, get advice. Okay, ask them to keep you accountable. Ask for feedback. Feedback is the best way to learn, guys, and it's the best way to break our ego. So that's gonna just make you have to remove that ego completely. And oh my God, I added this. I forgot I added this. Uncomfortability. This thing, like there's no one will be able to make you grow as much as your mentor because they will know from an outside perspective, they will know better than anyone where you get uncomfortable and they will push you to do it. So I have people in my team that I know will level up very soon. And with that leveling up, it comes new responsibilities. And I can see so clearly where people need to get uncomfortable or where they are uncomfortable, which is also where they need to grow. So ask your mentor for feedback and accountability on actually getting better at whatever you got feedback on, and ask them to make you uncomfortable, put you in uncomfortable positions or situations, yeah? Because that is where we grow, and your mentor is the best person to help you grow. Yeah? Okay, good. Um, Studying, obviously, we all really know this, like reading, audios, be on the calls again, check recordings, study what's already like been like don't sleep on the YouTube channel. There's so much information there. So make sure you check that and study that as well because all the calls are intentionally made to teach. So these things are we know this. How many in here are reading, listening to audios, and being on calls consistently? Riktigt prat. That is, it's correct Swedish words, but it doesn't make sense. But I know what you're trying to say. Um, no one is, no one is doing this. No one is reading, listening to audios, being on call consistently. Okay, some, a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Well, everyone, at least I know that the 40 people on this call knows that they should be doing this and probably knows what they should read and what they should listen to and so on. And we all know that we should be on calls and that we have the recordings and so on. Can someone put the YouTube channel in the chat here? Thank you very much. So that everyone just have easy access to it. But something else that is so important is to study yourself. Reflect on everything and anything. Reflect on yourself, reflect on your actions, reflect on your mistakes, reflect on your conversations, reflect on your day every single day. Yeah? Reflect, because you will then learn and understand yourself so that you can actually develop. Yeah? And then also evaluate. Like, you don't have to do that, like, obviously every day, but let's say you come out of a 90-day run. Evaluate, check, what did you do good? What were you missing? What could you have done better? How was your team doing? What could you have done more for them? Evaluate what you've done so that you know where you went wrong. You have to actually sit down and reflect on situations and uh, periods of times, like your actions. You have to reflect on it to learn from it and to do better. So I know that a lot of people aren't actually doing this. They're not reflecting and they're not trying to learn and understand themselves. And if we understand ourselves, and that will help us, if we reflect and learn from our mistakes and all of that, that is literally the key to being intentional, because you will then know where you need to grow. Does that make sense? If you reflect, if you think about, study yourself, understand yourself, if you learn to understand yourself, if you know why you're doing something, you can be intentional with what you're then studying. And being intentional in your studying is the key to growth. So this is something we all need to get better at. I know that for a fact, because you can't be perfect at this, so everyone needs to do better. But yeah, just try and study yourself, study your actions, and always try and do better. Learn from every situation, even if you're not acting in a bad way, or if you were running the whole 90-day run and you were consistent, like where could you still have done better? Because that's when you then know, oh, maybe it was lack of this or lack of that. Okay, perfect. Then I need to study more of this. And then you'll grow in the areas you actually need to grow. And guys, the importance of this last sentence, do not just plug into the calls or check the recordings 50 times over, or listen to an audio over and over, or read the same book over and over if you're not gonna actually put it into action. You need to act on the information, or there is no reason for you to even be on the calls. If you're not gonna do anything with it, why are you even listening? Like, why are you studying information if you're not gonna act on it? Because nothing will change then. You'll just get a headache. Does that make sense? We need to actually act on it. Yeah. And then, obviously, the basics. We have, I think, 3 different videos on House of Riches YouTube channel with 7 steps of network marketing with 3 different leaders going over it. So study those. You'll get 3 different perspectives. Obviously, study Eric Worre as well. Well, obviously study him first, but if you just want to hear from someone else, or maybe just another version of it, it's all the same anyways, but you have it there as well. And that is the most important part. Okay? But then also, by doing the base, or the importance of doing the basics, that's not just prospecting or doing your social media. Like, you also, if you're given a game plan from your mentor. So let's say the 90-day already started. Ella is gonna run, and she and Bones has sat down and he's given her like a game plan. Do this many times at this time, like this. follow that game plan. That is the basics. To actually stick to your plan is the basics. To actually take the advice and the guidance from your mentor is the basics. Okay? Bring in enough people. If you feel like your business isn't growing, it's because you're not bringing in enough people. It's a numbers game. We all know this. You need to bring in enough people to find the good people. Most people won't stay. Most people are not going to see the same vision as you. Most people are not going to think as big as you. That's why you need to bring in enough people to find the good ones. Yeah. Know what you need to do. Know what you need to focus on. Again, there is a training. Josh has done this. I think I have done this as well, and I think it's on that YouTube channel. Basically, rank requirements. I think it's called rank requirements. So at every level, what should you focus on and what do you need to do? And if you're 700, you want to focus on what a 700 should do. Do not focus on what a 2K should do when you're 700. That is not going to benefit you. You might think like, and we say act as if, but that does not mean you can skip steps because we're telling you what to do on each level so that like because it's what's going to help you grow and help your business grow. We're not just saying it because you're 700 and you're not qualified or good enough to do the 2K stuff. It's because you need to focus on different things at every level. Yeah. So those as well, study those videos so that you know what you need to do. And then keep your focus on the correct things. That's basically the same thing. And leverage your mentors and systems. So if you guys see Sammy is having a online presentation, leverage that. Don't feel the need like, oh shit, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do one tomorrow. Yeah, do one tomorrow, but also plug them in today on Sammy's. Like leverage the leaders and the systems that we have instead of trying to do it all yourself or reinvent it or whatever it is. Like just save your time and leverage your mentors and the systems because we have such good systems. We're so blessed. I think a lot of you guys doesn't know how blessed we are with this community and with these systems that we have. I have been in another community for most of my time in network marketing and trading, and you cannot even compare it. It's two different worlds. There is no community and system like such, there's no system that's good like and leaders as well. Like the quality of everything we have here is so much better than everything else out there. Like I'm telling you, I know this. It's crazy. So please just use it and don't just let it be in front of you and you don't even use it. Like leverage it because you can really, really win like big time if you do. Because it's again intentionally created to teach you. Okay? That's it, guys. That's it from me. Can we drop a 2 if we got some value, if you learned something? And don't drop a 2 if you didn't learn something. Like I can take it. Don't drop a 2 if you didn't learn something. I just want to know if you actually got some value. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna take your word for it. Perfect, perfect. Appreciate you guys. I've seen you been active in the chats. We did well, we did great. Did I stop the recording? No, I didn't. Okay, perfect. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hope you got some value. Let me know if I can help you, whatever team you're in, whatever sideline, upline, downline you are, just let me know if you need anything. I'm here. We're all here for you guys. Yeah, go kill it. Bye, guys.